At the request of several people who were kind enough to reach out to me, I'm sharing a video today from the For Beginners playlist dedicated to those who want to better understand the basics, as well as anyone with even a passing interest in the Tao and the universe of the 109 celestial bodies. To kick off this series, I'll start by the concept of Qi and move on to other essential concepts like Yin and Yang, as well as various ideas that may seem complex to those unfamiliar with them. Feel free to let me know in the comments if there are any questions you'd like me to address in future episodes. It is pronounced Qi in Chinese and Qi in Japanese. It is commonly translated as terms like energy, air, or life force, but these terms fall far short of expressing what this invisible breath that animates the entire universe truly is. Qi is an active principle that animates and sustains our bodies. It's most often described as a steam that rises above rice when it's cooked, producing a mist, a movement. The upper part of the character is subtle and ethereal. It represents steam, which refers to heaven and air. The lower part is more concrete, more material. It represents a bundle of rice, which refers to the earth and to food. Between the two, the lowercase r represents the movement from one to the other, the human being who, by breathing and nurturing themselves, moves between heaven and earth. Chinese culture is a very culture of breath. Here is a definition by Cheng, who tells us, "Breath is one, but not a compact, static, or fixed unity. Vital, it is instead in constant circulation. It is, by its very nature, mutation. This is a fundamental and original insight of Chinese thought. This movement enables the manifestation, growth, development, and activity of all things, all living beings, and all phenomena. A person, a place, an object, a period in time. Qi circulates, accumulates, expands, and transforms. It is the source and the flow that nourishes all things within the human heart, around the human being, and in nature. In theory, Qi is intangible, invisible, odorless, colorless, and mobile. In reality, it flows wherever it can and takes on whatever it encounters. This concept of breath is found in Asian disciplines such as Tai Chi, Aikido, Reiki, and Qigong. Qi is the breath of life, and Gong is the work, the technique. The practice of Qigong allows one to address excess or deficiency of energy throughout the body. Practices such as acupuncture, shiatsu, and feng shui allow Qi to flow smoothly, preventing it from flowing too quickly or too slowly. In this way, Qi is nourished and strengthens in harmony. The primary goal of Chinese philosophy is not so much to become wealthy as it is to know how to recharge, preserve one's health, strengthen it, and enhance it in order to live as long as possible in the best possible condition. Mastering one's emotions allows one to regulate Qi to harmonize the mind and maintain calm. In these disciplines, some vital substances are dense, others more subtle, and still others immaterial. In Taoist philosophy, the body and the mind are not separate, and they cannot be treated in isolation from the social, climatic, familial, and environmental context. Thus, the success of a project, our longevity, and the ability to deploy our strengths are not solely linked to our will and who we are. Rather, they are the result of a three-term equation comprising heaven, the individual, and earth, which the Chinese call San Bao, meaning the three treasures. In heaven, there are three treasures: the sun, the moon, and the stars. On earth, there are three treasures: water, fire, and wind. And humanity evolves, it lives between heaven and earth. We distinguish between the Cheng, which corresponds to the organizing consciousness and represents heaven. The Cheng enables communication and constant adaptation to one's environment. It is the spirit, the totality of psychic and spiritual functions. It plays a fundamental role in cognitive activities and influences language and behavior. Jing corresponds to the vital principle, to the essence. It is, in a sense, the individual's DNA. It corresponds to earth, to matter. It is the body, the vessel for the individual's physical manifestation. When the Jing of the mother and father unite, the innate Jing of the fetus can emerge. It is also called the essence of the kidneys, as it resides in this organ. Each person's vital energy unfolds over time from the moment of birth, and this Jing contributes to the individual's growth and development. Between the two lies Qi, which correspond to the totality of energies present in nature and living beings. It is the universal vital energy present in all manifestations of nature. Qi is essential for the proper functioning of the organs, viscera, tissues, and meridians. It serves to unite Cheng, the spirit, and Jing, the body. This fundamental triad is organized around a vertical axis, which suggests that humanity evolves between heaven and earth. Chinese thought focuses on the energy that lies dormant within. It's the Jing that enables an acorn to grow into an oak tree, and that ensures the tree's entire development is present in a latent and invisible state within its seed. In this classical Chinese philosophy, life is the emanation of a breath that comes from a supreme unity, and there is a connection between heaven, the one, and what lies beneath it, earth, the many. Each individual is a composite of qi that forms the following trinity called Sankai. 50% for destiny or heaven's fortune. This is what constitutes the person before birth. It can be assessed but not altered. However, a favorable position allows one to improve one's destiny. 30% for the environment or earth luck. This is what influences the person from birth and gives them the opportunity to improve their life path. Finally, the remaining 20% corresponds to education or human fortune. Place, social environment, and education provide the finishing touch. This includes the choices an individual makes, their moral compass, virtues, beliefs, and life decisions. Every destiny is a balance between celestial, earthly, and human qi. The dominant qi at birth provides us with a great deal of information about the quality of the mind and the path of life, our strengths and weaknesses. But nothing is set in stone. Everything is constantly in flux, and we still possess free will. According to this same system of thought, and even in cases where we are going through a difficult and complicated situation, there will always be a 50% chance to balance our destiny and be an active participant in our own existence. This is what reading our unique birth chart allows us to decipher and optimize. I hope you enjoy the video on Qi. Feel free to like and subscribe. I see you soon for a new video on Yin and Yang. See you soon!